Hello everybody, welcome back to Keep It Real. Today, me and my dad are going to be doing our review on Marvel's latest TV show, Secret Invasion.
There were 6 episodes, and I think that the original idea for the show was supposed to be a movie. And honestly, I think if it was a movie, it probably would have worked
A lot better.
It would have
been a lot better.
Because there was so many slow moments that you can't wait until you watch the next episode, because certain episodes had like one action scene and the second episode would be absolutely nothing.
Just a lot of talking.
It was a lot of
walking.
Yeah. Obviously, this we're gonna have some spoilers. This is the entire season. Basically, the whole show is about the fact that the world
has been invaded by Skrulls.
Not invaded, but
technically invaded.
Well, they're trying to change the backstory and say that Nick Fury and the Skrulls made a deal so that the Skrulls could live on Earth. Nick Fury and Talos from back in Captain Marvel, he was supposed to go and find a new planet for them, but he found a hard time finding a planet for them, and then
they just all moved to Russia, right?
No, they moved all. They basically
went all over the world.
They took identities and became pretty much living a human life, except for some rebel Skrulls that decide that we want to be better, or we want a better place to live. We're going to take over. We're going to be the ones that, let's get rid of the humans and let's
inhabit Earth.
And you would think that, maybe an Avenger or two will be involved. They picked Rhodey. So Captain America Civil War, since he hurt his back, I guess right after that movie, you could say Rhodey's been infiltrated and he's been captured by the Skrulls, and
Rhodey has been a Skrull the entire time.
So yeah.
Oh my God!
He was captured and asleep and not knowing what happened. So basically, you could just say he didn't know that obviously his best friend Tony Stark is dead.
Tony Stark is dead.
Which is kind of sad if you think about it. If he's dead, right? But
Thanos.
He doesn't know anything about Thanos. He knows nothing that's going on. He doesn't even know.
He doesn't even know Captain America is dead too.
Well, he doesn't know Captain America has left, and
true. So did all that.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know anything.
The Infinity War has not, did not happen. He doesn't even know. Who's that again? Black Widow. Black Widow's dead. Oh, they pretty much threw Rhodey under the bus, and he became the Avenger that became the Skrull. Basically, the whole story revolves around one Skrull, Gravik. Yeah, he's a rebel Skrull. He got a bunch of other Skrulls together with him, and basically took over world leaders and turned them into Skrulls, and they could change form. So they had no idea who they were. So every world leader became Skrulls, and then that was his plan to infiltrate the world,
take over Earth.
Basically, he tried to use the fact that he changed some Skrulls into Russians, and the Russians attacked the President of the United States. Rhodey, who was a Skrull, was supposed to force the president to start a war with Russia, because they think that Russian are Skrulls and they are trying to bomb the United States. So that was to try to get the world at war. And
World War III.
If there's World War III, the Skrulls live, because they're actually invincible to
No, they're not invincible to bullets.
No, they're not invincible to bullets. Which is funny. They're not invincible to bullets. What they are invincible to is radiation.
Oh yeah, they get radiated.
So they can stand around radiation with no problem, but a bullet to the head, they die.
Gaia.
Gaia is Talos' daughter.
And then they kill off Talos.
Talos dies. Gaia took his place. Gaia is played by Emilia Clarke, which is a very good actress. Everyone loves her.
Good character.
Whether she does well in the films or not, people, her films tend not to make it. And they said that in Avengers Endgames, in the battlefield, there was so many blood that was spilled. Fury went out there.
No, not Fury.
Not Fury?
A whole team went out there.
No, the team was supposed. That was a little messed up part. They said that Fury sent them out to collect the blood samples for DNA of every superhero and villain that was fighting in the Endgame. Yeah. My thing is this: the first thing that came don't forget the blip. Fury was gone in a blip. So the first day he comes back, he orders the Skrulls to go out and collect his blood.
You're not wrong.
I'm like, he's been gone for what?
How long? 4 or
5 years?
It could have been like a couple days after, and then he thought,
I don't know.
You know, that's a lot of human DNA that could go in the wrong hands.
Did he even know that was happening?
Of course not. Well,
the fight
no.
wasn't there. He wasn't in the last battle.
Well, he would know.
He was at Tony's funeral, but nevertheless, they call it the harvest. The harvest is the DNA sample of every single person.
Marvel hero.
Which is weird, because they had to... In Endgame, there were certain characters that fought in the battle, which makes sense. But then they did a list of characters that...
Some of them were X-Men?
They were.
And I was like, okay, that's how they're going to tie in the X-Men were in there. I did not see any X-Men during Endgame, man.
I have to see that part again, because I think I missed the... They were looking at a computer screen of all the names of the DNA they collected.
The one I recognized them first was Hulk, because...
They said Hulk. They said
Hulk.
The normal guys.
I saw
said
Thor.
Captain America.
I saw Captain America.
But I've got to see the rest of the names, because there were a lot of people on that list that I'm like...
Who is they?
I gotta see.
Who are they?
Some of the characters were Marvel characters from the comics, but they were obviously not on the battlefield. But I have to take another look, so I'm not going to name anybody else because I don't remember it.
They made this contraption that allowed the Skrulls to take the humans' DNA, or the superhero's DNA, and using this device, using this machine, allows them to absorb their DNA and get their powers.
So Gaia and Gravik absorb every single superhero's power,
becoming the world's strongest hero.
She is the strongest hero over Captain Marvel.
Over everyone.
Emilia Clarke now took over the role of being the most powerful. Everyone loves Emilia Clarke. Because Emilia Clarke, she doesn't smile as much in this show, but you know, her smile lights up the world. She just has such a kind, smart smile. That was it. They pretty much, Gaia had a last battle. She fought because Gravik killed her father and mother.
And mother, yep.
And obviously the good guy always wins.
Yeah.
It's a Marvel movie, so yeah.
Honestly, I feel like Nick Fury's role in the entire thing, because this was supposed to be like more of like a Nick Fury, like, ew, he's going in, just going all this stuff. Honestly, Nick Fury he was in the entire show, but what did he contribute in the end?
He played an older Nick Fury. Nick Fury is married. He married a Skrull. No, that's interesting. It's not that,
it's not that important.
And he's been spending a lot of time in space. What he's doing there, I don't know, because in the end of the show, he went back to space.
With his wife.
Supposedly, the Kree and the Skrulls are going to come to terms and try to negotiate a peace plan so they can live together in their homeworld. Maybe that will be seen in the Marvels. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to even see the Marvels.
In comparison to the other Marvel TV shows, it wasn't that bad. There was lots of slow moments, a lot of moments. All the action and fighting scenes were amazing. The amount of long moments in the show just drew me out of all the action.
It's official. Secret Invasion is the lowest of all the Marvel TV shows. Secret Invasion got a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. Fans liked it a little more. They got a 67% on audience. Why it's doing so badly is because it's slow. Yeah. It's very slow.
The pacing was not
not good. It didn't leave you from one episode to the next. The first episode got you. Maria Hill got killed in this.
I was like,
series.
Oh shoot!
Maria
they killed her
they killed
in the
Maria
first
Hill.
episode.
Yeah. So when they
Holy moly!
They kill her in the end of the first episode, so you're gonna wanna watch episode 2. Like, what the hell happened? Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was a Skrull that died. That was the only thing that actually led you into episode 2. So you're like, oh, what's going on? I heard that it was gonna be a movie, but they decided to turn it into a TV show, which was a bad mistake.
Yeah.
There were too many slow points. The pacing would have worked in a movie because they would have cut out a lot of the silly talking scenes and just make it a 2-hour movie and would have hit it pacing-wise. Boom, boom, Maria Hill dies. Boom, boom, they go to the next.
The Russians attack the president.
Exactly. Boom, 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 boom.
Nick Fury finds out Rhodey's a Skrull.
They all
boom, 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 boom.
And it'd be all the mystery within there. But
I feel like the problem now is that Marvel is really pushing out. You have to watch these TV shows to then watch the movies. Where what they should be doing instead is putting out more new movies with good storylines, with good plots and everything. But now all we have is TV shows that are connecting to more movies that no one cares about.
This is what happens when people want to. They all say, "Oh, we want a connective universe." The TV shows with this one, it's gonna connect somewhat because they're gonna supposedly the Armor Wars is coming out because somehow the world is gonna be using Tony Stark's armor technology or technology.
Is that gonna be a movie or a TV show?
Who knows? It makes sense if Rhodey comes out and says, let's say because he doesn't know what's going on, he comes back and says, "Yo, what are you guys doing with the technology? You can't do this." Here goes your
boom,
your Armor Wars. But the Marvels is supposed to be tied into this because now Gaia is pretty much a Marvel, basically. I don't know where they're going to go with Marvel at this point because the last 2 years or so, they basically end of Endgames. Marvel's been...
Marvel's basically done by this point,
They took me out of it. Everything. I'm not into any of the newer characters. I hated Hawkeye. To answer your question about the connective universe, it is annoying. Connective universes work in the beginning, but once it gets dragged on for more than 10 years, which is where Marvel is, the connective universe kind of loses things. Like this...
I feel like they made it too much.
Secret Invasion. You had people that Skrulls taking over the world. Here's my question. Where the hell are the Avengers? There was a question posed to Nick Fury. Said, someone asked him, "Where's your friends? We could really use your help."
Don't you think this is an Avengers level threat? He goes, "Nah. If a human can't do it, then no superhero
this
can."
Is somebody trying to take over the world, and he doesn't think that the Avengers could help. I don't even care about it. Send in Hawkeye. Send in anybody will help.
Send in half the SHIELD member.
Right.
Oh
send,
no, mine.
Send in SHIELD. Send in who? The new Captain America. Send in Ant-Man. Anyone could have helped because if the Skrulls are taking over, someone should help. Instead, we had a Rhodey that wasn't Rhodey, and that was the thing. That was the main thing. I think why people are not liking the show. There were no superheroes.
Yeah, I mean Nick Fury did an amazing job.
Let me get this straight. Yes, they had some awesome actors in this show. They had Samuel L. Jackson. They had Emilia Clarke, Ben Mendelsohn, who plays, Talos. I think everyone did a great job acting-wise. I think Gravik, he wasn't...
It wasn't bad, but it doesn't matter.
Moments, but a lot of his moments, he dropped the ball. He's not a good actor. Don't get me wrong, I don't know where he came from, but he may have done something spectacular, but as a Skrull leader, he wasn't even menacing. I know Marvel don't really highlight bad guys very well, but wow, this guy was like not good. I think they should have got a better actor, especially when you go up against Samuel L. Jackson, Emilia Clarke, who I think is a great actress, Ben Mendelsohn. All these guys are such good actors. I know you got this guy. I enjoyed the show. I think they could have done a lot better. I think if they shortened it and made it a movie, I think it would have...
It would have done amazing.
I don't think about doing
it would have done better.
It won't make $1 billion, that's for sure. It would be like... I think this is why they pulled it. It would be... If I had to guess, if I watched this, once again, no superheroes. No real superheroes until like Gaia got, special powers. But besides that, there was no superheroes out. Rhodey never got into a suit.
True. It was just a Rhodey walking around in a tux.
Yeah, he never... So, with that said, no superhero, a Marvel superhero movie with no superheroes, this movie would
make about $100 million.
No, I would say...
maybe
150 max. What's going to happen? The initial Marvel fans would storm to the theater because it's Nick Fury Marvel movie. Then everybody that goes watch it and says, there's no superheroes in it. Word of mouth will kill it. What I was hoping for was like they had like the spy elements of it.
Yeah. They
didn't have that. That's why it was lacking. But as a movie, you're probably right. I give it way more credit.
Yeah.
350 is a lot. Because if this was a movie in other countries, it would have got trashed. Yeah. There's just no superheroes in it. Unless, obviously, they decide to throw some in. But then they wanted to show a little older, a little more reserved Nick Fury.
You know what?
A guy that did not have his full, Nickness, Furiness. It actually kind of lost me after seeing episode 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you, the middle episodes really was like, what's it talking about? Let's get to the point. It's like, I kind of knew Rhodey was going to be a Skrull. Why? Because Rhodey was so, and all of a sudden he was acting like a douchebag throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole show, and I was like, right away, I'm like,
that ain't Rhodey.
Why is Rhodey such a douchebag? Then I'm like, oh, he's a Skrull. I said, that's in my head. Next thing I know, he's a Skrull.
Overall, I guess I'll give it like a 5 out of 10 rating. It's not a bad show, but it's like
5 out of 10 rating is a bad review.
It's not too good.
If I'm rating the show, I don't like to give numbers. I don't like to do. That's not my deal. I'll give it a rating out of 10. I'll give it a 7. Only reason I give it a 7, not for the action, not because of the plot. I give it for the acting.
Yeah, the acting was really
Amelia
good.
Clark hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson knocked out of the ballpark. Ben Mendelsohn knocked out of the ballpark. Gravik, the bad guy, they could have done better. But the rest of the acting was fine. Overall, the rest of it, besides, if it wasn't for the acting, the show would have flopped big time.
Yeah.
Because no one was carrying the show.
Not wrong.
No one was carrying the show. Nick Fury wasn't on camera all the time, and then you need other people to stand out. When Gravik was there, his moment to stand out, it didn't work. He was just not that type of actor. He did not pull it off. The bad guy needed to be. He was a bad guy. They tried to make him menacing by him going. When you saw Amelia Clark act, when she had the screen time, she had it.
Yeah.
She had the presence. She had it. Samuel L. Jackson. Nothing needed
to say anything, man. He's great.
Nothing needed to say about him. But yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10 just for the acting. If you ask me about plot line, pacing,
that's a different story.
That's a 5 out of 10. I don't like to give ratings, but what I like to do, what I recommend this for you guys to watch, I recommend this for you guys to watch on fast forward. Why? Because there's so many slow scenes, you're not missing anything by fast forwarding through.
Hey, you can skip one episode or so. It doesn't matter.
You want to see some action? Skip to the action scenes and go from there. Do you want to watch it?
Go ahead.
If you will have Disney Plus, watch it for the hell of watching it.
It's not a bad show.
You may not watch the whole thing. Skip to the end.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Leave us a comment down below if you like it. Or if you don't like it, you could be, or do you think like us? Just let us know down below.
Thank you everyone for watching today's video. Please go down below, hit the subscribe button. Like my dad said, leave a comment down below. Share to other people so they know about our channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Peace.